I do want to ask about and talk about Jalen Tolbert because he really did step up in this game for the Cowboys. It's someone that we mentioned going into this week because of the unfortunate Brandon Cooks news where he was placed on IR. So he's going to miss 4 games, already missed this one. But in his absence, there was a new opportunity for him and he elevated to that number 2 role. And he really took the most of his opportunity there for the Cowboys, led in targets, catches, and receiving yards. And for the touchdown to come the way that it did, Adam, that was a fun watch. That was fun to see. It kind of like cherry on top of everything else is like, yeah, let me help win this game. So that was really fun to see Jalen Tolbert actually come alive.
Yeah, Cowboys ran 75 plays in this game, but they probably will be near the top of the league. They're fast paced. Part of it was they were not running the ball very well. The running game was better yesterday. Rico Dowdle, 20 carries for 87 yards, so he's clearly the guy there now. The Zeke Elliott is not doing anything. 6 carries, 17 yards. So having that running game will help this offense because they really haven't been effective on the ground. But Tolbert has a real opportunity. I drafted him in a couple leagues. I wound up cutting him, and I wish I could have him back now because could really use him. 7 for 87 on 10 targets and a touchdown. The game-winning touchdown where it was a good throw by Dak, but Tolbert did a great job holding on to the football. He got tackled, and the ball was the defender was trying to strip it from him, and Tolbert just held on. So it was a 4th down play, so big play for him. So, yeah, I think you feel better about using him going forward because they do have room in this offense to add another guy. We know CeeDee Lamb's going to get his. It wasn't a great game for him. 5 for 62 on 9 targets. Ferguson came through once again. 7 targets, 6 for 70. I mean, he's a top 5 tight end. With the way they're using him. So, but yeah, Tolbert is the guy that they needed. Kevontae Turpin even had a decent game, 4 for 50. So, but Tolbert is the guy. He's probably rostered in most leagues, but I know you're going to give me some ridiculous Yahoo number where he's like 8% rostered. No, I'm talking about like competitive leagues.
Oh, yeah. We know the deep leagues that we're in. He's not. I will say, though, I went and picked him up in one last week with the late last week, I should say, with the Brandon Cooks news. But I don't think he's going to be that widely rostered. Let me look.
Yeah, probably in the Yahoo. I think it's probably a very low number. But yeah, I do think they've needed someone
7%.
To step up. Yeah, I figured that. But yeah, he's a guy that you certainly should put on a roster with these bye weeks and everything. And there was last year we started to see signs because he was drafted in 2022, and it looked like it was going to be an awful pick, and he's really turned it around. And they talked about him in the offseason, and now he's getting his opportunity here.
Yeah, feels like he could really genuinely be an answer that they need. Not necessarily saying that it's going to look like it did for this week every single week. But again, you're really excited for just especially the role, right? That's what we always look for, and we look for the volume. We know that he was going to potentially step up because of the Brandon Cooks news, but going out there and doing what he did, it was again a super fun watch. The Cowboys for their next 4. They're at home against the Lions. That should be a fun game.
And that's a game where they're going to have to, because they're not going to stop. They're not stopping Detroit.
Do you have an early look at that game? Do you know what the total is yet?
I can find it.
Okay.
I'm going to guess it's got to be at least 50.
I thought it was going to be, more high scoring.
It is 52 and a half.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Cowboys at home against the Lions, Cowboys on the road against the 49ers, Cowboys on the road again against the Falcons, and then they're back home against the Eagles. So you've got Lions, 49ers, Falcons, the 3 games where Brandon Cooks is still going to be out, unfortunately. So Jalen Tolbert just seems like a solid pickup that, again, because of the role, because of the volume, you could continue to play.
Yeah, this probably will be a good week, too, because I don't see how the Cowboys slow down the Lions. I just don't. They're going to just march up and down the field, and the Cowboys are going to need to try and play with them. I mean, think about this. The Lions in Dallas are 3.5-point favorites.
It's because you don't win at home, right?
Yeah, 0-2 at home. The playoff game last year, they should just – I want to play all their games on the road now. Yeah, because they just –
you know what?
I don't know what happened in that building. They get home now.
It's they got the Packers in the playoffs, and then they just said, you know what, we're going to continue this trend and just
get embarrassed at home.
Not look very good.